This is a game I always wanted. What if you combined Hotline Miami, Super Hot, and FTL together? You get something incredible like Heat Signature, one of the best indie games I've played in years. This game is so good I can't recommend it enough. This is a roguelite that offers you the career of a deep space mercenary with a Deus Ex-like level structure. The story of Heat Signature is simple. In a galaxy constantly at war with itself, an anti-war conspiracy has formed with plans to defeat all four factions individually, thus ending the war. That's it. This is perhaps disappointingly basic. There's some lore in the different factions you can learn about, but there's no unique quest lines such as in Mountain Blade. This is fine as it gets moving quickly to the gameplay and mission selection, which is the real meat of the game. So you start on a single space station and pick from 4 random dudes at a time, each with different starting equipment and a personal mission to accomplish. More equipment and money is obtained by taking on contracts of varying difficulties and requirements. By completing missions, you unlock progress towards liberating another space station. These unlock new weapons, gear, ships, and upgrades that you can purchase, a clever twist on the skill tree formula. Once you've liberated enough stations, you can capture a faction stronghold, getting a bit closer to galactic peace. This simple formula is easy to understand, albeit to a fault. There is no defense or some grand strategy at play. Your bases are never threatened, nor are you attacked. But there's enough stress as it is not fucking up a mission, so whatever. Your tasks are usually assassination, rescue ops, or just getting some tech, but they're randomly generated in ship layout, enemy variety, and equipment with specific buffs like not killing anyone or remaining undetected. The harder the mission, the bigger the payout in cash and liberation points, but that might mean going up against armored troops and high-end gear. It's really up to you how you go about it. When you've picked a mission, you hop inside a little interceptor ship that quickly homes into the much larger enemy vessel, allowing you to board it. Once inside, you carry out your task however you see fit. Failing is quite different to other roguelikes. If you're incapacitated, you'll be dropped out into space, but you can remotely control your ship to pick you up. If you sustain serious injuries like getting shot, you can come back, though only a few times before dying for good. When a crew is alerted, or if the mission is timed, the ship will travel to the nearest station with a countdown showing how long you've got. In these instances, your options are either disabling the ship via destroying its engines, or killing the captain, or risk being captured. Either bleeding out or getting captured results in losing a character along with their gear, which sucks. You can rescue them with another character, though this is random. If you fuck up too badly, you can always jump out and abandon the mission, as you can fail as many missions as you want for little consequence. This, along with the possibility of permadeath, results in incredible tension of rushing to complete an objective or killing the captain with only milliseconds to spare. It's fucking awesome. Movement is like other isometric games, with the exception that you can pause time. When time is paused, you can select and use weapons and gadgets with the mouse buttons and really observe the environment without losing time. When an enemy has spotted you, time will slow down, allowing you a brief window to react or take cover, much like an MGS5. This makes stealth quite easy, as you can be careless and the enemies are pretty stupid. You can lead off entire roomfuls of guards with minimal issue, or just use silenced guns and swords to kill everyone. Controlling ships is very odd. Your personal vessel is nimble and easy to use, though lacking in weapons and armor. Larger ships can be hijacked. Unfortunately, they can't slow down easily. This makes piloting them very difficult. I really hope they fix this, as gunning down random ships before boarding their remains is cool as hell. Combat has been made pleasantly fun with what is essentially bullet time. You have almost infinite time to aim, fire, and switch to the next gun, or even dodge bullets. Now that's just badass. Just remember, it's a one-hit rule for everyone, and each weapon device has a reload period, so timing is essence. Guns are the typical fare, but can be upgraded to shoot faster, become non-lethal, and reduce their noise. They do a pretty good job at clearing out a ship. The automatic shotgun is just devastatingly brutal. There's specialist weapons like grenade launchers and swords, which are pretty dope for quiet or explosive attacks, but Heat Signature's array of gadgets is what really steals the show. Different hacking and teleporting devices changes the dynamics of gameplay at a moment's notice, and while you are limited in their use and your storage space, considerate planning and management can have you moving across an entire vessel without bumping into a single enemy, even on the high-end missions. You can buy your tools and weapons and vendors at any station, along with picking them up in chests during a mission, so it's quite easy to get stocked up. This, coupled with the time freezing mechanics, turns the gameplay into a sandbox of near limitless options. It is incredibly satisfying finding out new ways to complete a mission by using the gadgets and weapons in ingenious ways. You'll have countless on-the-fly plans as things get increasingly more insane and difficult. However, because of the roguelike nature and randomization of the levels, this can result in uneven and unbalanced game design. For one, many missions are borderline impossible to complete without a specific weapon or item to disable shielded or armored enemies. The game isn't scaled appropriately to your progression. You can unlock anything immediately through the skill tree's non-linearity progression, which speeds things up. However, this also means a lot of the unlockables become redundant. I don't need armor-piercing swords or even grenades when I can buy armor-piercing machine guns and silenced pistols that can clear rooms instantly. This all leads to a metric ton of bloat. In the later half of the game, I unlocked random shit just to get to the end game. In similar games, that would be suicidal. Surprisingly for a roguelite, heat signature is quite easy once you get good. The first few hours of you fumbling around is annoying because few items are explained in depth and there's a lot of trial and error. Getting blown up and stuck hurtling through space is a pretty shitty way to go. However, because you can fail as many times as you like and that it is quite easy to obtain money, you get decked out and you can complete almost any mission with ease. This removes the issue of stats or specific skills from characters, allowing them to do anything, but it also lessens their importance or uniqueness to the player. You are encouraged to use different characters, as the more you use the same one, the less liberation points you receive. This makes the purpose of investing into them eventually becoming pointless. The graphics are fine, if simple. This does mean the game runs pretty well at a smooth 60 FPS, though it did crash a few times. Reminds me of Flash games I used to play when I was younger. The music, however, is underwhelming. It's typical generic electronic stuff. A synthwave background would make things incredible. Then again, I just fucking love synthwave no matter what it's in. For the amount of quality content and the low price, the flaws are mere nitpicks, and nothing stopping me from fully endorsing and encouraging to buy and play this game. It's brilliant. I really hope the devs keep updating the game and expanding it in future titles, because it's already one of my favorite indie games out there. Just play it.